Hello, Infinite Magicraid community, Flaery here again. Today we are doing something different. I'll be going over different PvP tactics, strategies, whatnot, what teams I'm using, and things like that. Things that work out for me, and I think they are good synergies here. So, in my current championship, I use these teams. They have been tested out pretty extensively and are working out amazing, doing a fine job. Now, I think I'll go over each one just to give you a good idea of what the synergies are and how the teams are working. Now, the first one, we have Eratu here. We boost her HP by using Nordak and then Wukong. Nordak, his passive increases allies' HP, and then Wukong gives HP up on his S4. So that's a lot of HP for Eratu. We are using Ronai here just because we want to have some turn meter initiative and some heals. This is to cut and prevent cleaves from deleting our team. Also, Ronai gives good chunk of direct damage reduction because of her passive, and she can actually stop a JB or a Meokyo cleave. So that's a good one here. Obviously, you could use her in a cleave, but I prefer her here. And then Surtur here, basically to counteract super stacked tank teams with Eratu. He needs to be fast, so he casts his S4. He needs to cast his S4 to actually start pursuing and chasing with his S1. Okay, this one I used to run Donald here, and Donald was not doing a very good job for me. He was in a pretty amazing year, but still was lacking damage. He couldn't even kill a Wukong. And since Morgis came out, I've been playing around with her and she's been amazing. This team can take anything right now. I need to work on Hengi to break her through even more, get her some stats. Because right now, even an Atkins kills her because she protects Morgis and then it's all downhill from there. The team is a little more on the Owen side because I'm going with Lydia S2, and because of Patrick's, Lydia can actually take out cleaves by herself, and then even if all things go downhill, Morgis has that flip coin. If she dies, she actually heals back up to 100% and then gains turn meter and can go right away, so she can actually win us some games in that manner. We've got the cleanse here. I'm using the crit damage pad, stun pad, give us some edge potentially. The JB cleave here, we have we're actually using Freud because he's giving us team ally protection. He's giving us also attack up at the start of the battle, shields too. He's also making us immune to silence. Well, not immune to, but one layer of silence he can absorb, so to say, for the whole team. So if we go up against Nath Asindu teams, Nilua would cleanse the Nasil freeze, and even if the Asindu goes, we would not be silenced. Using Ristareko here, which buffs pretty nicely Jingle Bell and Command Vanguard Aura, that the idea is the same. If they go first, Nilo would use her S4 on them, so it would apply Command Vanguard and one of the effects of the Ristareko. this team can take out a lot of enemy compositions. Obviously I'm a pay to win, using the deer here just to protect me against Atkins and give me the edge on this team. Now the fourth one, it's working out pretty great because Agatha, she's immune to crowd control when she has a shield. Jack and Earl is immune to freeze, so this is a nice pair. This can work like a core for any team, really. And then we have the CC trifecta here versus any non-panda teams. This gives us a very good chance of winning the game. Agatha can actually do some great damage with stacked gear, obviously Devour and HP and so on. Her echo is amazing too. Now the fifth one is kind of a meme team. It works out versus weaker opponents, versus the top dogs. Doesn't do too much. Actually running my Elsa with Cat's Echo gives us some crit rate reduction, if I remember correctly. And then we have damage reflect blessings, because that synergizes well with Zhongming's passive. We actually want to ban this in PvP. So he starts in this stance, which increases all allies' damage reflect and gives us some healing. She's pretty amazing versus Cleaves, actually, because now we have a lot of damage reflect, and then Elsa actually makes the team not die when they're about to die, gives them a where is her? It should be in the passive, I think. Yeah, gives them immortal for one turn, and this is more reactive, and it's so much better than Surtur's one, because Surtur gives it at the start of the battle, so Popper can just strip it off, and this one is when one of your allies is about to die. So I've seen some JB Cleaves or Mercury Cleaves kill themselves with damage reflect to this team, and then because we have Bryn, her damage reflect or her mechanic is not exactly damage reflect, it can finish off any target, it can kill it off, whilst damage reflect cannot actually do that, so you need something to finish it off. So Atkins works great here as well. This team can just shoot off any cliff, really. Eater here, giving a lot of defense, some HP to the team. Zhong is pretty good, he's a really decent mythic. His S4 deals amazing damage, horrifies, and removes all enemy buffs. Yeah, that's about it. I'll be looking to replace this team hopefully with Wheeler and some poison shenanigans, but we'll see about that. I'll have to break a lot of teams to make it work. I would need Runai, Freud, and I'm not so sure Nita and Imercado work well enough in the current meta. They would probably win like 2 games at most, maybe 3. I am not certain. I'll need to test once I get my Wheeler to E3, I think was her big passive. Yeah, that's the big one, the strong one. Cannot block hypnotize, reduces enemy turn meter and increases allies turn meter. I just think poison is a meme for PvP, and in general, it's really not doing that great in Wuthering Coast. Okay, so I've went over my teams. I'm not sure if I have my presets here. I do have some, maybe I can just edit them out. Let's see if we can find Freud, just to quickly show you off how how the teams work. Okay, this one can be altered because Bunny would use blue egg. We see yellow egg here applied. Well, we're gonna lose this one because of Erato, but just for the sake of the show off. So Nilo applied CV on them, so they have increased damage taken because their Lydia went first, and one of these three effects, which buffs JB further. Yeah, obviously that Erato is really hard to beat with standard teams. Probably not a good team to show you off. Maybe this could work because it's only E1 Erato. We'll see. Yeah, okay. I think I'll use this team to show you off the teams I've just showed you. I don't actually have them set up properly here, but let's see. I think I'm using this, and then we have this team with the wolf. Let's see. Let me show you the Agatha team. Should work fine here because they have no panda. I usually ban Zeus S4. I just want him to keep freezing them. Alright, so we kind of CC lock them at this point. Obviously, Wukong has some form of a cleanse, but not enough to cleanse the CC spam here. Okay. Yeah. As you can see, this is working out flawlessly. It really works great versus any non-panda team. What else? Let's do the Hengi team. We need Morikis here and then Beatrix. This combo is actually carrying the team as Morikis reduces enemy speeds and gains some proportion of speed. So then Beatrix is able to cut some cleaves. I could probably show you of that too, but let me first show versus a tank team. So as I've shown you in the preset, we open with Lydia S2. Probably not a good idea versus tank teams, but I'm still doing it. Then we do auto on Morikis and she just takes them out. Yeah, her damage is amazing. Okay, what else did we have? Team 1, Era 2. It's probably not worth showing because my units are a little bit more stacked than your usual player, but let's do it anyways. I have them set up like this. Alright, so you want a really fast Nordic just to apply invincibility, immortality rather, so we can protect against everything basically, and that works really well with Runai giving us turn meter. Okay, and let's see if we can find a team without Erato that's a cleave. Well, I guess not, but let's try this, maybe it works out. Okay, yes, let me quickly set up the presets here. Yeah, Okay, okay, okay. This should be fine. I don't think I'm winning this just because Arato's gonna cut in because of JB's passive and Lydia. Yeah. But to just show you the concept, let's pretend there's no Arato. We're using Wukong. Now look at this. We managed to get their popper because Morkis stole a bunch of speed from them. This is probably a 3.4 popper, around there, roughly. I don't know their values, but something like that. And as you can see, this is just enough. And this would work out really well in 5v5 because, well, nobody really runs this kind of team. That's, oh, they probably could, but it's too much overstacking with Lydia and Aratu here. And yeah, that's what I wanted to cover. This is pretty much what endgame PvP is for me, at least. The teams are working out great in Championship and War of Thrones. I'm doing well. I'm probably not a good person to tell you like if these teams are FTP or not, but they are not. Let's see here. Unfortunately, we ended up 21st. That was unlucky for me in Fair Play Arena, but whatever. Things like that happen. Unlike the other 100 people, I didn't have Wukong or Panda or BJ, and we still managed to do great here. Okay, I'm thinking I'll cover other PvP combinations, other PvP teams. Keep in mind I'm constantly working in testing different teams and different combinations. So if you copy this, it might not work in the next week or in a month or so on. There's different variations you can do here, but the cores of the teams are something you see a lot. I'm not sure I can show you right now because the new championship started and I'm unable to show you the current meta, at least in legendary division. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching.